And very good evening. Welcome to TrueHouse 473 with me, Justin House. It's been a while. I'm consistently inconsistent right now, so deal with it. I do. Let's get this Insta going as well because why not? Bloody Instagram. What can I do about my positioning here? Blink much. All right, good evening. 473 of TrueHouse with me, Justin House. Very warm welcome to you on this Monday, the something of something, who cares? Today's date is I might as well say what date it is, 11th of April. Okay, so on with the show. Currently, I've fresh out of fucks because it's just been a funny old period where I'm, consistently inconsistent, and that's no bad thing. I'm just going to be honest about it, fighting fibs and giving you my true thoughts for those that give a monkeys. Where are we currently? Well, I've been somewhat hit and miss with my live streams. Not that it matters, um, but yeah, I mean, what's occurring with you lot? You know, it's funny, isn't it? Because I've been thoroughly enjoying watching Our Boy Brand, and that's the title of this episode, Our Boy Brand. Russell. Um, spoiler alertist. Nowadays, if you talk about the things that are forthcoming attractions, shall we say, things that are coming down the pike. Spoiler alert is the language, the semantic word salad for this is conspiracy theorists. So it's yeah, man, it's a really funny time. I think comedy is gold. You've got some mad stuff, guys. I've this past week I've been helping a family member relocate. Um, I've been chock full of cold. I've had a nice tap for a nose, but I hope you're all well. It's a funny thing, man. It's like they just. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I had a conversation the other day with a friend about just the world, right? The news. I was like, oh, I can't mention the news, can't talk about the news because I've now recently joined an app called Ground News, and Ground News. Let me show you, pray tell. Um, Ground News it's an app like thus breaking news. So you'll see like when it loads in a minute. There you go. So it's like that. Let me just show Insta as well. And what it does, it lets you know your political bias. So a guy like me sits like 38% left and right. So I'm obviously not swayed. And the remaining, whatever percentage that is, 22, 28% in the middle. So, I look at both sides of whatever news. And of course, we all know about the chip change from COVID to Ukraine. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm highly amused by I don't know, okay, who remembers this, right? About 18, 24 months ago, if you dared talk about the Biden family in anything but, sort of glowing, frothing adoration, if you dared to speak about um, Joe Obama, as I call him, because it's clearly Obama, isn't it? We've all seen the footage now. Obviously, Jen Psaki, press secretary, leaving the White House. I mean, she can, like rats fleeing a sinking ship, invariably just fleeing the scene of the crime. Sleepy Joe Biden, it's like his days are numbered, and the recent footage of the White House where you see just really sycophantic servants, just like, oh, Barack, and it's just so funny and kind of tragic as well because you see Biden literally clamoring. Just he puts out a paw on the shoulder of Obama and shouts out Barack, and he's just being mugged off. I mean, royally mugged off, just really blanked. And Barack is too busy doing a Tony Robbins, too busy with a big palm high fiving someone and just giving all that, woo-ha, kind of Al Pacino style animatronic acting. And it's just a funny time, dudes. It's a funny time. So I'm personally getting a lot of sort of satisfaction, mileage out of watching Russell Brand, and I know he's doing like a UK tour right now. Just gives me I'm full of beans about the likes of Russell Brand. It gives me hope. It gives me a sense of like, yes, there's someone that's, obviously Russell Brand is something of a household name. We all know about Russ. It's like he's a Brit, he's an Essex boy, and we love our own brand of brand. It's kind of comfortably reassuring to see, truth. I mean, I've just massively sort of recently just been focusing on my writing, focusing on my health. Like I said, I just had a cold, but I've been, back doing sled work and outdoorsy stuff, and just stuck with my body, just trying to extend my life. But it's an interesting time, dudes. I've purposely curtailed my obsession with YouTube, of all the access that all of us have. Whatever you're into, just HD movies, Netflix, Amazon, Disney, whatever floats your boat. The only one I'd be reluctant, and I hate it really because it's a bit of a sort of self-defeating stance, if you will. Like on the one hand, I'm deeply annoyed at myself for using YouTube because, of course, it's Susan Wojcicki and the whole sort of mainstream smeardia, cancel culture of YouTube, and everyone's trans blue hair, fans of Leah Thomas, etc. AKA formerly known as William Thomas. Don't be fooled when someone's done 2 decades as a bloke, by the way, and then identifies as female. Just don't. Please debate me on trans. Oh my God, you hate trans. No, I love women. That's my stance. I adore women. I will fight this all the way. Trans people are misogynists. In fact, they are nihilistic misanthropes, misogynistic. And obviously it's. I fall into the pro-female, pro-gay camp. I'm much more of a fan of females and legitimately gay men, as opposed to angry men who are undecided gay, can't get a bird, and decide to hate women by competing against them and calling themselves one, and they're cock and balls men. So yeah, that is really an offensive take to many people, but I am a fan of the extreme majority of the human race, women, or women, and yes, blokes aren't women. But what about the social construct? But what about gender? Yeah, I'm talking about XY versus double X chromosome. Anyway, I can't help but rant a little bit about trans each live stream when I do them. I'm going to try and get back to more daytime live streams because, there you go, I've got bugger all energy at night time, as you can see, and I'm going to start doing 12 noon stuff to YouTube because I just think, focus, Justin, focus, keep it like a job, because I haven't been. And I'm going to, literally not say very much more tonight. This is really an exercise in me just sort of touching base. Like, yes, I can turn on the cameras and still do it, as awful, as unscripted, and as impromptu, unplanned as this is. But just to circle back Jen Psaki style to our boy Brand, it's reassuring to see someone as prolific, as ubiquitous, as well known as R.B. Russell Brand saying, frankly, everything that certainly a lone voice like me stands for and believes in. He's obviously being besmirched and attacked by our imbecilic, idiotic, Machiavellian, malevolent, mainstream corporate legacy smeardia. people in newsrooms just like nodding dogs being told what to do, and they're giving op-eds, not objective, pragmatic, unbiased, factual reporting. I know I'm messing up my words, but they're giving incredibly slanted, biased views, aren't they? It's akin to religious zealotry. These people, when I say these people, I mean these meat marionettes living in their silly simulacrum. It's completely, you know, yeah, it's massively sycophantic, and they are true serfs. Brian Stelter and all these people, I take huge offence to these people, because they're literally spewing, Exorcist Linda Blair style poison, and I know they socially, again, I'm completely cognizant that every time I do a live stream I'm beating the same bloody boring drum. It's like, I'll change a tune. Just no, because it's got to be spoken about, it's got to be mentioned. It's look, I worry, and like, oh, what is the hill you're prepared to die on? What is the social, conversation? What is the subject? What is it, that you feel so strongly about? Well, it's this. It's anti-biology. It's the willfully blind attitude, this willfully ignorant denial to biology. I would be far more pro trans, and if they were more honourable and said things like, actually, I am struggling with who and what I am, rather than placing demands. What is so ugly about the trans thing? It's patently obvious, because their behaviour is they don't like women. It's completely anti-feminine. It's very, very anti-female, very anti-women. If you really think about this, what they're doing, and I know Russell Brand's spoken about. Well, tonight, Russell Brand's banging out about 2 a day right now. Today he just went steaming into Fauci and COVID again, because of course the Wuhan lab, what was anathema, what was disallowed and bannable a year ago, is now absolutely pouring out. Thank the Lord. The disgusting behaviour of Peter Daszak and the Eco Health Alliance, and of course Fauci himself and Francis Collins of the NIH, not to mention our own corrupt Dr. Andrew Hill here versus Tess Lawrie and the Bill and Melinda Gates Trust Foundation, whatever, the 40 million grant to Liverpool, etc. But please be quiet about, ivermectin, don't you know? And look, I'm just Tourette'sing for nonsense. This is just literally seeing if I can still do this live stream thing. Look, that's 15 minutes, I think. Getting on 15 minutes. It's just, look, I don't know what to think of things anymore. Whether, hello mate, you're right, good evening. There goes the iPad on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know what to make of it all. It's like I say, I'm quietly, no, not quietly, I'm inwardly and outwardly happy to see the likes of Russell Brand saying it. Russell Brand is saying what I say, certainly as I would talk to you, brother. Let me just wave to you. Whatever. It's like beating the same drum, ain't going to change my tune. For those of you that are interested, if you do watch YouTube, just go and look at Stephen Crowder's channel. Although, why am I promoting people that have got 5.5, 6 million viewers? I don't know. It's like, yeah, what a dickhead you are, Justin, promoting people with massive audiences. But there's a great piece. There's a 3-parter with Stephen Crowder on Louder with Crowder, where it's changed my mind. Biological men shouldn't compete against females in sport, because obviously Leah Thomas is such a hot topic right now. But yeah, you know, you shouldn't be living 20, 21 years as a natally born biological male, cock and balls, and then say I identify as a female. You know, take a bit of estrogen for 1 year and then go and spank some females because you were, you know, placing 500 and something against your fellow man. So yeah, anyway, there's the trans thing. It's same old shit, same old bullshit. You know, I just like I say, any conversation. I know I sound like just blah, just bollocks. But any conversation I have now with anyone who is, oh, did you see that on the BBC? I'm like, no, because that's why I look at things like Grounds News, because it does let you know what your own biases are. You know, whether you lean left or lean right. Whatever happened to people just telling the truth and reporting the news? Like, wouldn't it be marvellous nowadays if you turned on your telly, you know, turned on your screens, and you had a news reporter just saying, you know, hello, I'm Bob, and here's the news. You know, with no political bullshit, no angle, no bias, no slant, and just no lies. So yeah, that'll do. It's only a 15-16 minute one. I'm just literally touching base, just to say, yep, alive, oh, chock full of cold. Yeah, but all of you are in it. Oh, just a quick Justin Geek Boy on the subject of outrage. Those of you that have got Netflix, if you want to shock yourself and have a laugh and be disgusted and sickened and offended, but have a laugh, but also feel like punching the screen, watch Savile, a British horror story. Obviously it's Jimmy Savile. People as old as me, whether my parents knew about it or not, and even our school teachers encouraged it, we were allowed to write into Jim will fix it. And me being the Star Wars fanboy I was between 1977 and 1979, when I was between 5 and 7, I wrote in religiously to the BBC or whatever it was to get on Jimmy Savile nonce me up. Jim will fix it, to meet the characters of Star Wars. You know, it was common knowledge back then that obviously Star Wars was made in London, Elstree Studios, and of course, you know, there's a very British cast, bar the sort of, you know, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker trio. Everyone else in that production was British. You know, from Chewbacca to C-3PO to R2-D2 to Darth Vader to Boba Fett, and anyway, the list goes on. But yeah, it was like a 70%, Alec Guinness, of course, Obi-Wan. It was like a 70% British cast in Star Wars. And I would regularly, on the regular, write into, I would write into Jimmy Savile for can Jim fix it for me to meet the characters and the cast of Star Wars? There you go. Yes. Meanwhile, he's at Stoke Mandeville, stoking dead body. Oh, I can't. Right, I'm going to go. Love you, leave you. Thank you for listening. Those of you that have, obviously no one's there, I know that, but I shall try and do better. Okay. Yeah, don't know. Just like big love to you all. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm just doing no more than Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is my own silly fault. But I did reach a point where I'm like, yeah, what am I doing? I'm just trying to focus on a few other things, but I've just got to, for my own sanity, just know that I can still do the occasional live stream, albeit, you know, good night, thanks, big love, but just want to do, you know, at least just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah. It's probably better that I do daytime stuff, and you know, if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah. All right. See you soon. Big love. Good night.